General Hospital alum Dominic Zamprogna speaks on film The Moon and Back and his wish to return to G. Good news for General Hospital fans who are missing Dominic Zamprogna, Dante Falconer. Fans will be able to catch him on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. PST. Why? Well, Dominic stars in the short film To the Moon and Back. The film is part of the eclectic spotlight screening at the 2020 Film Invasion Los Angeles. Meanwhile, in a recent interview, he talks about the film and how much he would love to return to General Hospital alum Dominic Zamprogna into the Moon and Back. Dominic stars in the film To the Moon and Back as a grieving son who has lost his mother. In the story, he is supported by his wife and daughter in the moments before he has to eulogize his mother. Meanwhile, the film is written and directed by GH production associate Nate Hapke. Michael Fireman TV interviews Zamprogna. They discuss his lead role in the short film. In addition, they also chat about how much Dominic wishes he could return to the role of Dante Falconer on Dominic Zamprogna and G.H. Zamprogna left the ABC daytime drama series in 2008. In the meantime, he reprises his role a number of times. This is to open the story of his love interest, Rylan, Lulu. Recently, she has been moving into a relationship with Dustin, Mark Lawson. Dominic is asked his thoughts about returning to General Hospital. Zamprogna says he keeps in touch with the cast and crew at General Hospital. However, since last September, he has realized how much he is missing his friends at G. He misses his family there and the day-to-day of what the daytime drama was to him. Zamprogna says the show is like a second home to him, something he has never experienced on a show before. Dominic misses everyone. He says the cast and the crew have all become his friends. Dominic says, in February, he texts executive producer Frank Valentini in February about a possible return. They chat and Dominic tells Frank how he feels. He says while there is nothing in place on GH right now, so they will have to see what happens. Dominic says he knows where his heart is. And he believes there is interest on their side too, about starring in To the Moon and Back. On June 17th, a virtual screening will be held of To the Moon and Back. Dominic is asked about the film. He says it got into a film festival and due to the quarantine, it has to be done online. In the film, Dominic plays the role of Robert, who has lost his mother. The story is about the time prior to his giving a eulogy at her funeral. Zamprogna explains he has given a eulogy himself for his grandmother. He says this was the hardest thing he ever had to do. This gives the General Hospital actor a real sense of what his character is going through. Dominic says he is very proud of his work on the film. He went on to explain more about the film and the other characters. Robert's wife in the film is played by Danielle Rain, while Julie Romano is in the role of his daughter. Dominic says his character is getting ready to do the eulogy for his mother. He really doesn't think he can do it. His wife comes in and tells him he can do it and that they will be supporting him. Following this, his daughter enters and Robert is taken aback at how composed she is. In the long run, Robert's wife and daughter help him to get through the experience. Does the General Hospital actor want to do more indie films? Fireman asks Dominic if he would like to be involved in more indie films. He says, yes, he really loves it. Zamprogna says having been in a long-time job in General Hospital allows him to be a little pickier when he left the show. Fans can live in hope that Dominic will, indeed, return to General Hospital. In the meantime, they can enjoy seeing Zamprogna in a different role in To the Moon and Back. Catch the screening on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. PST. Readers can get a free ticket here to view the film and Q&A. Watch the trailer below. Dominic Zamprogna, known to many as Dante Falconer from the long-running daytime soap General Hospital, has recently taken a new step in his acting career, starring in the independent film The Moon and Back. The film, a heartwarming dramedy that showcases both Zamprogna's talents and a new narrative that diverges from his soap opera roots, offers an intimate look into the world of grief, friendship, and personal growth. With a passion for his craft, Zamprogna continues to prove that he is much more than just a soap star, revealing his range as an actor in this thoughtful and emotional role. In The Moon and Back, Zamprogna plays a character that helps drive the film's emotional core. Set in a small town, the story follows a young woman named Lydia, played by the talented and rising star Emma Gardner, as she grapples with the sudden loss of her father. Lydia's father was a dreamer, a man fascinated with the cosmos, who long to travel to the moon. After his death, Lydia finds solace in fulfilling his dream, not through space travel, but by creating a student film based on his passion. This quirky and heartfelt premise allows for both moments of humor and deeply emotional reflection. Zamprogna's character, a close friend of Lydia's father and an unassuming mentor, provides much-needed support and wisdom as she navigates her grief and her creative journey. The film has received praise for its charming yet grounded approach to dealing with grief and the unique way in which it incorporates the theme of space exploration as a metaphor for the unknown, for dreams, and for the relationships we leave behind. Zamprogna's role, while subtle, has been noted for its emotional depth. His character becomes a steadying presence for Lydia, offering both gentle guidance and an understanding of loss that resonates throughout the film. In interviews, Zamprogna has expressed how meaningful it was to take on this project, which offered him a chance to work on something outside of his usual realm of daytime television. While he's known for playing Dante Falconeri, a complex character with his own struggles and triumphs, The Moon and Back allowed Zamprogna to explore a different kind of emotional depth. He's spoken about how the film's themes of loss and coping with the aftermath of a loved one's death hit close to home, and how he was moved by the script's sensitive portrayal of grief. "The film really resonated with me," Zamprogna shared in a recent interview. "It's not just about losing someone, but about how we continue to live in their absence and the ways we find to honor their memory. Lydia's journey is very different from anything I've done on General Hospital, but it was an incredible experience to be a part of something so personal and touching." While Zamprogna is excited about exploring new creative avenues, he has made it clear that General Hospital holds a special place in his heart. The actor has been open about his desire to return to Port Charles and reprise his role as Dante Falconeri. Zamprogna left the show in 2018 after a nearly decade-long run, much to the disappointment of fans, though he has returned for several guest appearances since his departure. "The door has always been open with General Hospital," Zamprogna explained. "I never really said goodbye to Dante, and I think the character still has a lot of story left to tell. I loved working on the show, and the fans have been incredible over the years. If the right storyline comes along, I would absolutely love to come back." The possibility of Zamprogna's return to General Hospital is something that has excited fans who have followed Dante's storyline through its many twists and turns. The character, a detective with the Port Charles Police Department, has been at the center of some of the show's most dramatic moments, from his complicated relationship with his mobster father, Sonny Corinthos, to his own struggles with PTSD. Dante's departure from the show left several unresolved plotlines, and viewers are eager to see how his story might continue if Zamprogna were to return full-time. "I think there's still so much more to explore with Dante," Zamprogna said. "He's been through a lot, and I'd love to see where his journey goes next. The writers on the show are brilliant, and I know they could come up with something amazing." For now, though, Zamprogna is focused on celebrating the success of The Moon and Back and the opportunity it gave him to grow as an actor. As he continues to balance new projects with the possibility of revisiting old ones, fans of both General Hospital and his new work are eager to see what he does next. Whether he's on the moon or back in Port Charles, Dominic Zamprogna's talent and dedication to his craft remain undeniable. Ultimately, while The Moon and Back showcases his range and passion for storytelling, his desire to return to the soap opera world highlights the deep connection he has with the General.